All right, so the driver's side rocker is done now. We just blasted through that as a montage at the beginning of this video because, well, last video we went to detail on this side and it's the same thing mirrored. So rather than bore you guys with all the details, we just went ahead and did it. If this is your first time here, this is the Crucible Coachworks channel, and this is the Crucible Coachworks 996 slant nose project, which is almost done. So right now, we are 1 month away from completion, the first completion date. But that is exciting, and the metalwork is actually almost done. Now we're down to the nitty-gritty stuff that needs to be taken care of that is a little bit annoying, but it's just some fixes here and there, mistakes I've made, or design changes, or other spots we haven't finished out yet. So right now, what I'm going to be doing is these intakes, they both need addressed. Now, they're both pretty close to each other. There are, however, a few symmetry issues. Number one, this curve right here, it isn't as straight as I'd like it to be, and it doesn't flow the way I'd like it to be. If you look at it from certain angles, it kind of looks a little wonky. So I want to make sure that it looks good from all angles. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this passenger side one looks exactly how I want it to. And then I'm going to mirror that to the other side, which it should be pretty close on the other side, but just in case, I'm going to be triple checking it. After that, I'll be addressing how it flows into the quarter panel itself and the ends. Right now, it's an ugly, just like straight slat. It needs to turn in and mesh nicely with the quarter panel. So then later on, when we make the ductwork that goes up behind it, it'll mesh nicely as well and kind of flow and look OEM and not like it's a kit car or something that's bolt on. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to mock up what we want to make out of tape and use it as a pattern because that's the way I make every pattern. So what I'd like to do is have it roll a little bit like that. Oh, roll a little bit like that. Another pro tip, using tape to make your curved lines or straight lines on a not flat surface, even flat surface is great because I could not freehand that crisp. I really couldn't, so it helps a lot. Now I have a nice edge that I can just run the Milwaukee Inksol TM against like this. And that's that. So this piece is what we need, but I'm going to oversize it this way for tipping reasons, so I have more material to hold basically to work with, and then I'll cut it back. So just go like that, maybe. All right, so now we have our pattern. Of course, our pattern is pretty rough to what we're gonna be doing. All right, let's cut it out and then cut it out again. Gonna move our robot out of the way. What should we name him, Logan? He needs a name.
Yeah, he definitely needs a name.
You know what, better yet? What should we name him, guys? Drop in the comments what we should name our Goliath CNC robot that Springa so graciously loaned us. But if we name him before we send him back, by law they have to call him that, right?
They do,
like you don't adopt a pet and change their name, right? I mean, you could, I guess, but that makes you evil. So we should probably name him. I'm thinking like, actually, I'm not gonna influence anything. You guys pick a name for our Goliath, and we'll pick one of your comments on one of the platforms. I thought I tore it for a second there. We're good. All right, now look at that. Now we're getting somewhere. Have I said it ain't much but it's honest work yet? I think I did. Okay, let's hold it up. What is that?
Let's see how these things fit.
Oh man, tires showed up. Nice. No wheels yet, but we have tires. That's half the equation. Something like that. You don't think about the money standard.
Yeah.
Or maybe a jacker there.
Or we can wait till we get some wheels.
No, I want to look at it. Don't you guys want to look at it? Internet people? Whoa, we need some more flushness there.
There you go.
Look at that! Watch, the wheels are gonna show up now.
Yep. We're not gonna get anything done. We're gonna be busy like sitting in the corner imagining.
We're gonna be like chalking things up just right.
Yeah.
Just so you can picture it. The whiskey plank or whatever in boat building. When you put the last plank in the boat, even though the boat's not done, everyone stops and just drinks a bottle of whiskey because it's just so much work to get there. This is the whiskey tire. Where's the whiskey? Okay, so we have the driver's side rocker fully installed on the slant nose. This is big news, or big progress rather. So all that's left to do in this area is the tub needs to be fully welded in. It's like halfway there right now. I got some more plugs that I need to weld, but it's gonna take no time whatsoever. I just haven't done it yet. And then also in this video, we went ahead and we cleaned up and dressed up the quarter panel intakes, and now they are symmetrical and they have nice end caps to them and whatnot. So what's going to happen next with those is we're going to make ductwork that goes in behind. It's going to slip up inside. Now, I've mentioned before the windows in the last video, I cut into the tubs, and actually I cut in a window in the tub in this video as well. That's why I have access to put this ductwork inside there. There's going to be like a cone basically in the inside of the front, and then it's going to duct through the quarter panel, and then whatever coolers that the vehicle may need, it'll duct to that and then exit out the bumper. Now, this specific build is not a turbo build. This is also set up for if you needed engine air, if you wanted brake cooling, if you wanted cooling for, like I said, intercoolers for like turbos or supercharger. Even if you wanted a cooler for like a hybrid drive system, this is going to be a universal answer for that. So again, this is our prototype kit. So we are anticipating possibly building more of these, or this is just gonna be the one of them, and we build other vehicles for other people. Who knows? Either way, this is set up to be universal. So right now, I am working on just balancing out any little issues here and there. Some of these panels I made a long time ago. Other ones are pretty recent, and we've changed the design. So there's spots here and there that aren't fully symmetrical, so I'm going to be bouncing around the car to different areas and just getting everything to fit how I'd like it to. The quarter panels, basically like the rockers back, are very close to being done. At the end of this video, before I started speaking, you saw that I was working on the tail light on the driver's side. I noticed there were some issues with the gap at the air exit at the rear of the quarter panel, and I wanted to address them now, because it really bothered me. It was only a couple millimeters off, but it was enough to really bother me. So I've been going through and cutting and splicing and just kind of getting things to sit how I wanted them to. That's almost done. After that's all done and the tub's finished off, there's some other little cap issues I need to do with the passenger side rocker underneath the fender. After that, I believe the metalwork is done on the chassis from rockers back. And then I'll be moving to the fenders up front. There's some other symmetry issues up at the front that need addressed that I will go into further detail in the next video. Also, tires showed up today. It's exciting. The wheels are also supposed to show up today. They might still show up. I don't know. I'm not looking at my wrists. I don't have a watch on. But if not, we'll see the next video. Or you can check out our other social medias because we will probably be posting them over there. Also, I know some of you have expressed interest or concern As far as corrosion protection, the back sides of all the panels will be epoxied and treated with appropriate materials, as well as anywhere that metal is overlapping. So like the plug welds on the underside of the rockers and all that stuff, they will get cavity waxed and treated appropriately. So this will not have any corrosion issues down the road, hopefully. And also we plan on the underside of the rockers to do a chip guard, because otherwise that paint is not going to survive very long. But that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and drink a glass of water, because you probably didn't drink enough today. I know I didn't. Anyway, we'll catch you guys on, Saturday for the next video. If you have not caught on yet, our video releases are Wednesdays and Saturdays by the end of the day. We try to do it earlier, but sometimes YouTube doesn't like to process fast enough, and we get, a little screwed with that. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys on Saturday. Later.